The alien princess mocked human laws, until he revealed the Federation's power part. New Understanding Colorado Research Facility stretched across valley surrounded by mountains, location selected for isolation and natural beauty, buildings constructed, with combination of Earth architecture and alien influences. Large windows captured magnificent views while advanced security systems remained nearly invisible. Princess Lyra had been resident for 3 months now, living in special wing designed for diplomatic rehabilitation. Her quarters spacious and comfortable, though constantly monitored. Nexus remained with her dragon companion, now permanently altered, unable to produce terraforming agents, but still capable of size changes, and companionship. Lyra stood at window watching sunrise over mountains, light painting peaks with golden glow. Earth mornings still fascinated her. Aurelian homeworld orbited distant star with different spectrum, creating mornings of deep purple rather than gold-silver. Skin absorbed sunlight differently than human flesh, creating sensation that felt almost like mild intoxication. She had come to enjoy this planet. Despite everything, Dr. Ashley Morgan approached Princess with datapad showing latest research. Results: Doctor had been assigned as primary scientific liaison, petite woman, with dark skin and curious eyes, who showed no fear of alien princess, despite knowing original purpose of her visit. These results from your biotechnology suggestions are promising, Dr. Morgan said, excitement evident in voice. The modified enzymes are neutralizing remaining terraforming agents 50% faster than previous treatments. Princess examined data, appreciating humans' quick adaptation of her knowledge. They had taken her reluctant explanations of Aurelian bioagents and developed countermeasures with surprising speed. She had underestimated their scientific abilities, as she had underestimated so much about them. Dr. Morgan continued. And applications for medical treatments look promising too. Once we removed harmful terraforming aspects, basic cellular repair mechanisms could be adapted for human medicine. Potential treatments for degenerative diseases, tissue, regeneration, even neural pathway restoration. Lyra nodded still, finding it strange to be helping species she had come to conquer. These applications were unexpected. She admitted, I had not considered peaceful adaptations of war technology. Aurelian science focused primarily on terraforming and conquest for generations. Ashley smiled. That happens with many technologies. Military applications developed first, peaceful uses discovered later. Humans have long history of converting weapons into tools across facility. Kelly Donovan reviewed. Security feeds watching Princess interactions with research team. 3 months of observation had shown consistent pattern. Lyra initially resistant, gradually becoming engaged with scientific work. Nexus had adapted, quickly becoming favorite of. Facility staff dragon, now size of large cat, most times curled around Princess shoulders or playing with researchers during breaks. Commander Harper arrived for monthly inspection, Kelly greeting him with data report. Assessment remains positive, she informed him. Princess continues cooperation. Integration with research team improving weekly. Last psychological evaluation shows decreased hostility, increased curiosity. Nexus behavior completely domesticated. Harper nodded, reviewing information. Princess scientific contributions have exceeded expectations. He noted Aurelian biotechnology combined with human medical research, creating promising developments. Federation Council is pleased with rehabilitation progress. Kelly looked thoughtful. She still maintains her government-authorized mission despite their disavowal. Harper smiled slightly. Princess has royal pride, Agent Donovan. Admitting she was abandoned by her people would be final humiliation. She maintains fiction that allows her dignity. I consider that healthy psychological adaptation. In research laboratory, Princess Lyra worked alongside human scientists, her height requiring specially designed workstation, silver hands moving with precision through complex procedures. Aurelian biotechnology involved manipulation of living organisms combined with crystalline components, creating hybrids that functioned like biological computers. Humans watched with fascination as Princess demonstrated techniques passed down through royal lineage. Dr. Morgan asked question about crystalline interface. Princess, how does biological component communicate with mineral structure? Human technology struggles with bioelectronic interfaces. Lyra considered question. Realizing answer. Involved royal secrets. Hesitating briefly, then deciding knowledge exchange was purpose of rehabilitation. Aurelian crystals are grown, not manufactured. She explained, cellular material is introduced during crystal formation, creating pathways through mineral structure pathways that conduct both energy and information. Scientists listened with rapt attention, taking notes, creating diagrams. Princess found herself enjoying role of teacher. These humans learned quickly minds, flexible, adaptable, unlike rigidity she had experienced in royal court. Their questions sometimes naive, sometimes surprisingly insightful, never dismissive, never arrogant. Despite working with technology, centuries beyond their development, Nexus watched from nearby perch. Dragon, intelligence evident in attentive posture. His scales shifted colors with princess emotions, subtle connection that remained despite bioweapon neutralization. He had adapted to new role as companion rather than weapon, seemed almost relieved to be freed from terraforming purpose. Finding joy in simple existence later that day, alarm sirens shattered peaceful atmosphere. Facility security system detecting approaching danger. Outside sensors showed massive wildfire moving toward research center. Driven by sudden wind change, fire that had been contained in distant valley now racing toward them. Orange flames visible from windows, smoke beginning to darken. Sky emergency protocols activated immediately. Staff moving to evacuation positions. Research materials being secured in fireproof vaults. Security team coordinating response with local authorities. Kelly Donovan taking command of situation. Everyone to emergency transports. She ordered. Voice calm. Despite danger, fire moving faster than predicted. We have 30 minutes to evacuate. Scientists rushed to secure irreplaceable research. Backing up data. Transferring specimens to portable containment. Dr. Morgan worked frantically to save months of progress. Princess watched chaos. With detached interest, such panicked response seemed typically human. Unprepared for natural disasters despite living on planet prone to them. Nexus sensed danger growing, agitated, scales shifting rapidly through warning colors, dragon growing larger. Sensing Princess thoughts, Ashley approached Princess Lyra. We need to evacuate now. Transport waiting for you in Nexus. Princess looked toward mountains, seeing flames approaching. Something stirred within her. Emotion she had not expected. She had come to destroy this world, yet now felt strange urge to protect it. Or at least protect humans who had treated her with unexpected dignity, despite knowing her original purpose. Alarms blared with increased urgency. Security system announcing structural integrity compromised, fire-damaging power systems. Sections of facility losing emergency backup. Kelly shouted new orders. Abandon remaining research. Life safety priority only. Everyone out now. Scientists rushed toward exits. Ashley shepherding team, toward transport, Princess following with Nexus. When sudden explosion rocked building power conduit, overloading sending shockwave through structure. Support beam cracked above busy laboratory, where 3 scientists still worked, securing vital samples. Princess saw danger before humans registered it. Aurelian perception functioning at higher speed than human nervous system. Without conscious thought, she moved, covering distance between herself and endangered humans in single bound. 6-fingered hands reaching upward, catching massive support beam as it collapsed. Holding weight that would have crushed human bodies. 7-foot frame braced against massive weight. Silver skin straining against impossible pressure. Aurelian strength tested to limit. Ashley turned, seeing Princess holding ceiling above trapped scientists. Nexus growing to full size, pushing against Princess legs, providing additional support. Get them out. Princess commanded, voice strained with effort. Beam growing heavier as structure continued failing. Kelly rushed forward, helping scientists escape from beneath failing ceiling. Ashley calling for assistance. Humans working together to free trapped researchers, while Princess held death at bay. Seconds, stretching into eternity. Pain, building in alien muscles. Never designed for such strain. But she held position. When last scientist cleared danger zone, Princess attempted to release beam. Discovered too late, structure had shifted, trapping her own body, now holding weight to save. Herself, Nexus howling in distress, sensing her pain. Ashley refused evacuation orders, returning to help alien Princess Kelly following close behind. They worked together, human and dragon attempting to free trapped alien royalty. Fire growing closer, heat becoming unbearable. Smoke filling corridors with final desperate effort, Princess shifted position, beam sliding along silver skin, tearing alien flesh, but creating opening. She pushed Nexus toward humans. Go, she commanded loyal companion dragon. Resistant until Ashley grabbed special control collar Commander Harper had provided in case of emergency. Using override command forcing dragon to safety, Kelly and Ashley grabbed Princess, pulling her from beneath collapsing structure. Supporting. 7-foot alien between them as they staggered toward exit, flames licking at heels. Building dying around them. They reached transport seconds before facility section. The alien princess mocked human laws until he revealed the Federation's power. Part 4. The confrontation. Morning came with strange stillness. Princess Lyra woke in her diplomatic residence, finding something wrong immediately. Her advanced communication systems failed to respond. Attempts to contact her ship met with silence. Looking outside, she saw unusual energy fields surrounding building, shimmering barrier that distorted view of world beyond her security systems, internal scanners, everything connected to Aurelian technology had stopped functioning. Nexus sensed her distress. Dragon companion growing from small cat size to large dog proportions. His scales flashed warning colors, cycling through crimson, orange, yellow, signaling danger. Princess placed 6-fingered hand on his head, calming creature, while mind raced through possibilities. This is Federation technology, she whispered. Recognizing energy. Signature containment field designed to isolate potentially hostile entities. She had studied such systems during royal training, never expecting to experience one firsthand, especially not on primitive world. Like Earth, a cross-room door opened smoothly. Commander Harper walked through barrier as though it wasn't there. His simple black uniform, bearing only small Federation insignia. He carried no visible weapons yet. Nexus hissed, doubling in size, scales flaring with threat display. Princess straightened to full height, looking down at human visitor. You dare imprison Aurelian royalty? She began, voice cold with controlled rage. Harper raised eyebrow, expression mild. This is not imprisonment, Princess. Merely containment. Pending investigation. Standard protocol for suspected bioterrorism. Princess gestured around room dramatically. You have disabled my communications, cut me off from my ship, and surrounded my residence with Class 4 isolation field. That constitutes diplomatic imprisonment under Federation Charter. I see you recognize containment technology. Harper noted, interesting. Princess. He moved to window, looking at barrier. Your bioterraforming project has been documented and transmitted to Federation Council. The dragon's genetic modifications violate 17 different Federation treaties. Treaties your own ancestors helped draft. Lyra laughed, though, with less confidence than before. You have no authority over me. I am Aurelian royalty. I am not acting as Earth's representative. Harper replied, activating holographic badge that projected full authority of Federation. Council, I speak with unanimous voice of Federation's founding races. Badge projected complicated symbol, rotating slowly in air between them. Symbol that represented highest authority in known Galaxy Council. Prime's seal, used only in most serious diplomatic incidents. Princess stared, recognition dawning. Impossible, she whispered. Only Council Prime can authorize that seal. Harper nodded precisely. And Council has authorized full investigation into attempted ecological sabotage of protected development. World. Lyra drew herself taller still. 7 feet of silver-skinned alien royalty glaring down at unassuming human. You cannot prove anything, Commander. My diplomatic immunity has been suspended by unanimous vote of Council. Harper interrupted. Including Aurelian representative color drained from Princess' face, leaving her silver skin ashen. Her people had abandoned her before she could respond. Nexus suddenly convulsed, body shifting and contorting. Dragon making high keening sound that caused glasses to shatter throughout room. Its scales flashed through spectrum of colors before settling on dull gray. The bioweapon has been neutralized, Harper said. And now we must discuss reparations. Princess knelt beside companion, distress evident despite royal training. What have you done to him? She demanded. Specialized Federation protocol. Harper explained, deactivating weaponized aspects of his genetic structure. Nexus will live, but can no longer release terraforming agents. His size-shifting abilities remain intact as they are not considered weapons, but specialized glands designed to produce bioactive materials have been neutralized. Dragon whimpered, curling around Princess' legs, looking much like ordinary pet seeking comfort. Princess stroked, his scales tears forming in violet eyes. You had no right, she whispered. He is royal companion, symbol of my house. Harper watched display of affection with thoughtful expression. Is that how you see him? Companion, not weapon. Interesting, your briefing. Materials described him differently. Nexus Mark 7. Bioactive terraforming unit designed specifically for covert ecological conversion. Lyra head snapped up. How could you know that classification level exceeds? Your government provided information, Harper interrupted. All files regarding project have been surrendered to Federation Council as part of diplomatic damage control. Aurelian High Command has disavowed your mission, claimed you acted without authorization, attempting to improve your family standing through unauthorized colonization initiative, that is. Lie, Princess snarled, rising to feet. They ordered mission approved everything they cannot. They already have. Harper said, voice gentler. Court politics can be brutal. Princess, your family calculated risks, believed Earth was primitive world, barely worth Federation protection. They were wrong. Now they sacrifice you to preserve their position. That is reality of elder race diplomacy. As you well know. Lyra paced room, agitation evident in every movement. They cannot simply abandon me. I am royal blood 7th generation. And yet they have. Harper confirmed. Project files indicate you volunteered, seeking glory of first successful Earth infiltration. Your family supported plan. Believing success would elevate their standing, failure would eliminate problematic member. Everyone wins except you. Princess. Outside building. Kelly Donovan coordinated containment teams, special units deploying throughout city, neutralizing biological agents released during previous weeks. Specialized equipment identified contamination sites targeting terraforming organisms with counteragents designed specifically for Aurelian biotechnology. Nexus sabotage being systematically reversed. Inside, Princess residence confrontation continued. Lyra regaining composure. Royal training taking over, managing crisis, as she had been taught since childhood. What happens now? Commander, she asked, voice controlled once more. Harper gestured towards seats, inviting Princess to diplomatic discussion. Lyra hesitated, then sat, Nexus curling at her feet. Federation Council has determined appropriate response. Harper began. Your actions, while serious, have not caused permanent damage. Counter-agents are neutralizing. Terraforming organisms, now Earth ecosystem, should recover completely within months. Princess nodded. Waiting for real consequences. You have two options. Harper continued. First, standard diplomatic censure. Your government has already withdrawn protection, meaning you would face Earth justice system for crimes of ecological terrorism. Lyra hissed. That is unacceptable. Human justice has no jurisdiction over Aurelian royalty, regardless of my government's temporary political maneuvering. What is second option? Harper smiled. Alternative is rehabilitation program. You remain on Earth serving as cultural liaison, helping humans understand Aurelian biotechnology while learning why Federation values humanity. Working with research team in Colorado facility. Princess narrowed eyes suspiciously. I would be prisoner scientific consultant, Harper corrected. Under supervision, certainly, but maintaining dignity of position. Nexus would remain with you. his weaponized aspects neutralized but companionship intact, outside. Commander Harper had arranged viewing area where Ambassador Winters and Kelly Donovan observed interaction. Princess unaware of audience. She will accept Kelly predicted watching Princess expression. No other viable options. Her government has abandoned. Her Earth justice would mean lifetime confinement. Rehabilitation offers dignity. Preservation of status. Ambassador nodded. Strategy was brilliant. Commander Harper knew exactly how to handle situation. Inside Princess considered options, mind calculating, possibilities, resources available, potential escape routes. She recognized truth of situation. She was trapped, but offered way to maintain appearance of control. Why would Earth accept my presence after what I attempted? Lyra asked, voice curious rather. Then hostile. Harper leaned forward slightly. Humanity values knowledge, Princess. Your biotechnology skills could benefit Earth science within appropriate ethical boundaries. Supervised knowledge exchange benefits both sides. Your expertise under careful oversight could advance medical applications, ecological restoration, research. Princess studied human trying to understand strange species that had somehow become so important to Federation. You are not what I expected. Commander humans were described as primitive, emotional, easily manipulated. Harper smiled. Description serving specific purpose. Princess Federation has protected Earth, allowing natural development while selected humans served throughout galaxy. Those chosen representatives recommended Earth for membership. When time was right, your government received carefully constructed narrative designed to encourage exactly sort of overconfidence that led to your current situation, understanding. Dawned on Princess face test. She said suddenly, you let me proceed with plan, not entirely. Harper admitted. We suspected attempt but needed to document methods, needed evidence of techniques used in previous conquests. Methods previously hidden by diplomatic obfuscation, strategic sacrifice. Lyra murmured with reluctant admiration. My mission was allowed to proceed far enough to reveal methodologies, then stopped before causing permanent damage. She looked at Harper with new respect. I underestimated your species. Harper nodded. That is common. Mistake Princess One Federation has cultivated carefully. Humanity appears young, untested, easily dismissed. That appearance conceals truth. Humans adapt better. The alien princess mocked human laws until he revealed the Federation's power. Part 3. The Federation envoy, the diplomatic reception hall gleamed with polished marble and crystal chandeliers. Diplomats from Earth and various alien representatives mingled, discussing trade agreements and cultural exchanges. Princess Lyra stood at center of attention, her silver skin and flowing white hair creating ethereal glow that drew all eyes. Her gown appeared woven from starlight shifting colors with each movement nexus curled around her feet, watching guests with predatory interest. The dragon had shrunk to size of large cat, its scales matching exact color of marble floor, making it nearly invisible, until it moved. Ambassador Olivia Winters circulated among guests, careful to maintain pleasant expression despite growing concerns about ecological anomalies. She had received briefing about Federation envoy who had arrived earlier that day but had not yet met mysterious Commander Harper. She wondered why Federation would send human representative rather than member of Council species. Earth was junior member, barely important in galactic politics. Kelly Donovan stood near entrance scanning room with both eyes and concealed devices. Her scanner showed alarming readings. Nexus was actively releasing terraforming agents into air circulation system. Microscopic particles designed to begin subtle changes in human physiology. She needed to act, but diplomatic protocol prevented direct intervention. Princess had immunity that protected both her and her companion. The room quieted as new guest entered. Commander Nathaniel Harper appeared unremarkable compared to exotic aliens and elaborately dressed diplomats. Average height with brown hair graying, at temples wearing simple black uniform with small Federation insignia. His only distinctive feature was device on left wrist, glowing with soft blue light. He moved through crowd with quiet confidence, nodding to officials who seemed surprised by his presence. Kelly watched with interest as Harper approached Princess, noting strange reactions from alien representatives. Most stepped back with expressions ranging from respect to fear. Even Ambassador Winters seemed confused by deference shown to this ordinary-looking human. Harper stopped before Princess Lyra and offered simple nod no bow. Princess Lyra, Vex of Oralis System. Thank you for granting audience. Federation Oversight has questions regarding your diplomatic mission. Lyra looked down at human, her violet eyes narrowing slightly. Another human playing at galactic politics. Perhaps you should return when you've evolved sufficiently to matter. Her voice carried musical quality that made insults sound almost melodious. Nexus growled, softly, scales shifting to aggressive red pattern. Harper smiled politely, his expression revealing nothing, then spoke phrase in language that made Princess freeze. Language that sounded like crystal breaking combined with musical tones. Language known only to Aurelian royal court, phrase that translated roughly to, by ancient pact I invoke right of investigation into potential violation of First Charter. Lyra stepped back, visibly shaken, silver skin paling to ashen gray. Who are you? She demanded. No human speaks royal dialect. Harper continued smiling. Princess Vex, under authority granted by Federation Charter Section 12, Paragraph 7. I hereby notify you that investigation has begun into suspected ecological interference on protected development world Earth. As senior member race, Aurelians are reminded of obligations under membership agreement, specifically prohibition against unauthorized terraforming of inhabited worlds around them. Reception had gone silent. Alien representatives, watching exchange with intense interest. Humans present looked confused, not understanding significance of confrontation. Nexus had grown slightly larger, scales now pulsing between crimson and black, warning colors recognized by Kelly from xenobiology. Training. Lyra recovered quickly, arranging features into mask of amusement. You presume much, Commander Harper. She emphasized his rank with slight mockery. I am here on diplomatic mission, approved by both Federation Council and Aurelian High Command. My activities fall within permitted parameters of cultural exchange. Harper nodded as though considering her words. Then held up wrist device, activating holographic display, showing map of city with spreading pattern of biological contamination. Federation Oversight has documented release of unauthorized biological agents at 17 locations throughout metropolitan area. Analysis confirms Aurelian terraforming signature, specifically Royal House genetic markers. Princess expression hardened momentarily, before smoothing into practiced diplomatic smile. These accusations require evidence, Commander. Perhaps your primitive detection systems have misidentified natural biological processes. My companion Nexus is registered support entity, not weapon in. Response. Harper touched device again, displaying different hologram. This showed molecular structure rotating slowly. Biological samples collected from Reservoir Park Museum and 7 other locations reveal identical genetic markers. Markers matching those. His voice lowered, forcing Princess to lean closer to hear. Registered to prior incidents on Navari Prime. Echelon 4 and Tennis 3. All worlds that experienced ecological collapse following Aurelian diplomatic missions for first-time Princess. Composure cracked completely. Her eyes widened, mouth opening slightly in shock. Those incidents were classified by Council. How would human? That is exactly right. Princess Harper interrupted. Those incidents were classified. Yet here I stand with knowledge of them, knowledge authorized by full Federation Council. He straightened, looking directly into her eyes. I speak with unanimous voice of Federation's founding races. Aurelian interference with Earth ecosystem stops. Now around them, reception had become theater. Alien representatives watching drama unfold, with understanding humans present, sensing importance without grasping details. Ambassador Winters moved closer, trying to understand situation. Kelly edged toward Princess Hand, near concealed weapon. Lyra looked around room, noting reactions of other aliens, seeing recognition in their eyes. She realized suddenly, this was not minor diplomatic official. This Harper carried authority that transcended normal channels. He represented something she had not anticipated. You have no authority over me, she said, voice less certain than before. I am Aurelian royalty. I am not acting as Earth's representative, Harper replied quietly. Activating holographic badge that projected complex symbol recognized throughout. Galaxy as mark of Federation Council highest authority. I speak with unanimous voice of Federation's founding races. Symbol rotating above his wrist caused immediate reaction among alien representatives. Many bowed heads, others made gestures of respect. Even Nexus seemed affected, dragon shrinking slightly. Scales shifting to subdued blue. Princess looked at Symbol, then at Harper, with new understanding. Who are you really? She asked. Voice, barely audible. Harper smiled, pleasant mask dropping to reveal, steel beneath. In response to your question, Princess Lyra Vex of House Solarian 7th Dynasty of Oralis System, I am Prime Adjudicator, Nathaniel Harper, Federation, Oversight Division Terra. Branch words hit Princess like physical blow. Terra Branch, she repeated. You can't mean humans were not discovered by Federation 12 years ago. Princess, that story was created for public consumption. Truth is more complex. Harper gestured toward windows where city skyline glittered against night sky, while majority of humanity remained on Earth unaware of Galactic Community Advance Group made contact with Federation centuries ago. These humans proved so exceptional at diplomacy and crisis resolution that they became Federation's troubleshooters ambassador. Winters gasped, understanding dawning. That's why Federation accepted Earth so quickly despite our primitive technology. Harper nodded. Earth is considered Federation's most valuable strategic asset, not for resources but for human adaptability, creativity, and diplomatic skill. Humans serve throughout Federation as mediators, negotiators, and when necessary enforcers of council. Will Lyra stepped back, bumping into Nexus, who growled protectively. Impossible, she whispered. Humans are primitive species barely able to achieve interstellar travel. That technology gap was deliberate. Harper explained. Earth development was protected, allowing natural cultural evolution, while selected humans served Federation off-world. These representatives recommended Earth for membership when time was right. Kelly moved beside Harper, showing her Federation intelligence badge. Princess Lyra Vex, you are hereby notified that all diplomatic immunity pertaining to bioactive materials is suspended pending investigation. Nexus will be placed in containment for examination and neutralization of terraforming capabilities. Princess drew herself up to full height, towering over humans present. You dare, she began. You cannot. Harper interrupted again, raising hand with device. That project's field around reception area, neutralizing all communications. Your ship is already impounded, Princess. All terraforming agents released thus far are being neutralized by countermeasures. As he spoke, Nexus suddenly convulsed, body shifting, and contorting dragon made high keening sound that caused glasses to shatter throughout room. Its scales flashed through spectrum of colors before settling on dull gray. Princess reached for companion, horror on face. What have you done to him? She demanded. Neutralized bioweapon. Harper replied calmly. Nexus genetic programming has been temporarily suspended. Specialized containment team will ensure permanent deactivation of terraforming capabilities. Dragon companion itself will not be harmed. Round them reception was ending in controlled evacuation. Alien representatives departing with knowing looks, humans being. The alien princess mocked human laws until he revealed the Federation's power. Part 2. Warning signs. 2 weeks passed since Princess Lyra established herself in diplomatic quarter. The alien visitor had made quite impression on Earth officials. Her stunning appearance and advanced technology impressed even seasoned diplomats. Her condescending attitude toward humans was overlooked as cultural difference. Many powerful people sought her favor, hoping to gain access to Aurelian knowledge and technology. Only few noticed troubling patterns forming. Kelly Donovan stood in rain outside research facility in Pacific Northwest. The weather had been strange lately. Meteorologists could not explain sudden temperature fluctuations and unusual storm patterns. This was fifth such anomaly this week. Inside facility, government scientists examined soil samples under microscopes. Their faces showed growing concern. Kelly watched through glass partition as head researcher waved her inside. Agent Donovan, you need to see this. The woman pointed to digital displays showing microscopic organisms. The soil samples you brought from areas surrounding Diplomatic Quarter. They contain biological markers we cannot identify. Look at structure. Kelly leaned closer. These look almost like terraforming microbes similar to what Federation uses for planetary rehabilitation. Exactly. But these are not Federation-approved strains. These are something new, something we have never documented. They appear to be rewriting basic soil chemistry, changing fundamental composition. And look at spread pattern. The researcher pulled up map showing affected areas. Perfect circle radiating from specific point. The diplomatic residence. Kelly whispered. The scientist nodded. Whatever. This is its source appears to be Princess Quarters. But most concerning is growth rate. 2 days ago, contamination extended only 2 miles. Now it reaches nearly 10 Federation protocols require immediate quarantine for this level of unknown biological activity. Kelly frowned. We cannot quarantine diplomatic residents without authorization. That would cause interstellar incident. The princess has diplomatic immunity under Federation charter while they spoke across city and hospital emergency room. Dr. Patricia Wilson examined patient with unusual symptoms. The man worked as gardener at park near Diplomatic Quarter. He had developed strange rash and respiratory issues, unlike anything in medical literature. His blood work shows cellular changes. Patricia told colleagues something is altering his DNA at basic level. Not like radiation or chemical exposure. More like targeted genetic modification. Similar cases had begun appearing, all reporting proximity to areas where Princess Lyra had visited. Many patients described seeing large bluish animal resembling oversized lizard before symptoms appeared. Some claimed creature changed size, becoming smaller when humans approached. Back at Federation Intelligence Headquarters, Kelly compiled reports, creating disturbing picture cases of unexplained illness, unusual weather patterns, crop mutations, and water contamination. All formed pattern around princess movements. Her dragon companion Nexus had been spotted near each incident site Kelly accessed. Restricted database searching Aurelian history. The information was limited. Elder races guarded their secrets well, but she found reference to similar incidents on 3 other worlds. All planets had hosted Aurelian diplomatic missions, all experienced ecological changes following visits. All were eventually abandoned by original inhabitants. Could Princess Lyra be using her diplomatic status to hide invasion? Kelly wondered. She needed evidence, but Princess Quarters remained off limits due to diplomatic protocols. She needed alternative approach. Ambassador Olivia Winters arranged meeting with Princess, hoping to address growing concerns. The 2 women met in diplomatic gardens specially designed to showcase Earth botanical diversity. Lyra towered over human ambassador, her silver skin gleaming in sunlight. Nexus curled around her feet, watching Olivia with unnerving intelligence. Ambassador Winters kept voice professional. Princess Vex, several incidents have occurred since your arrival. Unexplained. Biological anomalies have been detected in areas you visited. Federation protocol requires all diplomatic guests to disclose any biological agents they might have brought to Earth. Princess Lyra laughed, musical sound that echoed strangely. Your species has barely mastered interplanetary travel. The Federation only accepted Earth out of pity. Your laws cannot contain creatures who evolved among stars, but Ambassador persisted. The unusual biological signatures match nothing in Earth database. They appear designed to alter our ecosystem. Such actions violate multiple Federation treaties, including those your own ancestors helped create. For a brief moment, Lyra's expression changed. Something like surprise crossed her features, quickly replaced by amusement. You presume much, Ambassador. My people were founding members of Federation. We wrote laws you now attempt to enforce against us. Perhaps you should focus on real threats like primitive bacterial infections still plaguing your population. Aurelians eliminated disease millennia ago as they spoke. Nexus slipped away, moving through garden with purpose. No one noticed. Dragon carefully examining irrigation system, sampling water with specialized organ in his tail. Kelly watched exchange. From distance using enhanced surveillance equipment. She noted Nexus movements, captured readings from specialized scanner. Princess Lyra might be distraction, while real threat moved freely. That night, Kelly followed Nexus careful to stay downwind from creature. The dragon had grown larger size of small horse moving with impossible silence through city parks. Despite size, beast remained nearly invisible, shifting scale colors to match surroundings. Kelly tracked it to reservoir that supplied water to eastern portion of city. Their Nexus performed strange ritual dipping tail into water, leaving behind barely visible shimmer. Kelly collected water sample using specialized container designed for unknown biologicals. She transmitted images to Federation xenobiology experts with urgent request for analysis. Something was happening. Something beyond diplomatic mission. Morning brought new developments. Lab analysis confirmed worst fears. Water contained nanoscale biological machines designed to survive water treatment. These microscopic entities could attach to organic matter, altering cellular structure over time. Effects would be cumulative, gradually changing human physiology. Reports from hospital showed increasing cases of unusual symptoms. All patients showed subtle DNA changes. Kelly requested emergency meeting with Security Council. Bringing evidence biological invasion is underway, she told assembled officials. Not with ships and weapons, but with microscopic agents. Princess Lyra's not here for diplomacy. She is terraforming Earth, making it suitable for her species while slowly making it toxic for humans. Some officials scoffed. Others looked concerned. Head of council frowned. We cannot accuse founding member of Federation. Without absolute proof, diplomatic incident could destabilize interstellar relations. What more proof do you need? Kelly demanded, showing holographic displays of spreading contamination. Pattern matches 3 other worlds that experienced ecological collapse following Aurelian diplomatic visits. Those planets are now Aurelian colonies. Their original inhabitants gone. Council member from Defense Department spoke. We must proceed carefully. Contact Federation Council. Request oversight investigation. Princess Lyra's status protects her from direct action. While council debated, Princess Lyra attended cultural event at museum. Her presence caused stir among attendees. Her exotic beauty and regal bearing drawing attention from everyone. She wore gown that seemed woven from living light. Nexus walked beside her, now size of large dog. His scales shimmered with unnatural colors. Museum curator guided Princess through exhibits, showing human artistic achievement. Lyra feigned interest occasionally, making comments that sounded complimentary but contained subtle mockery. Your species creates interesting primitive art, considering your limited sensory capacity. When they reached exhibit about Earth environmental restoration projects, Princess paused studying displays. Amusing, she said. How you struggle to undo damage you caused to your own world. Aurelians would never be so foolish as to harm their homeworld curator. Unaware of irony, nodded enthusiastically. We have made great progress. In past century, joining Federation gave us access to advanced environmental technology. Lyra smiled, revealing teeth too white, too perfect. We are happy to help lesser species evolve. Perhaps one day your kind will reach level where you truly understand galactic community. Until then, you must rely on guidance from elder races like mine. As Princess spoke, Nexus wandered exhibit area, pausing near ventilation system. When no one watched, dragon expelled fine mist from glands beneath tongue. Mist contained concentrated version of terraforming agent designed to spread through air circulation. Kelly arrived at museum too late to prevent release, but her scanners detected biological agent. She ordered immediate evacuation, claiming security threat museum. Staff complied with Federation agent directive, clearing building within minutes. Special containment team arrived. Sealing affected areas. Princess Lyra watched proceedings with barely concealed amusement. Your security forces are quite efficient. For primitive species, she told Kelly when agent approached. Still, they cannot protect you from what you cannot see. For first time, Kelly addressed Princess directly. We know what you are doing. Princess Vex, terraforming Earth without consent violates 17 Federation treaties. Even your diplomatic status cannot protect you from consequences of such actions. The alien princess mocked human laws until he revealed the Federation's power. Part 1. The arrival of royalty. The massive crystalline ship descended through Earth atmosphere, creating rainbow patterns across the sky as sunlight filtered through its transparent hull. The citizens of New Washington Interplanetary Port stood in awe watching the alien vessel that seemed to sing as it moved through air molecules. Dock workers rushed to prepare the special landing pad designed for visiting dignitaries from across the galaxy. This was no ordinary visitor. This was Princess Lyra Vex of the Orally system, a representative of one of the oldest civilizations in the known universe. Security teams lined up in perfect formation, their blue, Federation uniforms stark against the gray landing platform. Captain Adrian Cole stood at attention, his face betraying no emotion despite the tension building in his chest. Earth had only been a junior member of the Galactic Federation for 12 years, and hosting royalty from an elder race carried enormous responsibility. Any mistake could damage human standing in galactic politics. The ship settled on the platform with barely a sound. Its crystal surface shifted colors from deep purple to clear as landing protocols completed. A seam appeared in the seamless hull, widening into a doorway of light. The assembled humans held their breath as a tall figure emerged. Princess Lyra Vex stood 7 feet tall, her slender body moving with impossible grace. Her skin had a silver undertone that seemed to glow from within. Her facial features resembled what humans might call elven, with high cheekbones, pointed ears, and almond-shaped eyes that glowed violet. Her 6-fingered hands were adorned with rings that contained technology beyond human understanding. Her white hair flowed down her back, moving slightly as though underwater, despite the still air. But what made the security team reach for their weapons was the creature that padded beside her, a dragon. The size of a large wolf with scales that shifted between midnight blue and crimson as it surveyed the humans. Its intelligent eyes showed no fear, only calculation. Its tail whipped behind it, revealing barbed tips that glistened with unknown substance. Captain Cole stepped forward and bowed precisely as protocol demanded. "Welcome to Earth, Princess Lyra Vex. I am Captain Adrian Cole, head of diplomatic security. The Federation welcomes you to our world." Lyra looked down at the human, her expression one of barely concealed amusement, as though watching a child attempt adult tasks. She did not return the bow. "Your security measures are unnecessary, Captain. The Aurelian Empire ruled galaxies when your ancestors still lived in caves. We require no protection from primitive species." Her voice held musical quality that made her insult sound almost like compliment. The dragon creature at her side made chirping sound that resembled laughter. Captain Cole maintained his professional demeanor. "Though Earth may be young in galactic terms, we follow Federation protocols for all visitors. According to regulation, your companion must undergo standard quarantine and biological screening before being allowed beyond the port. There have been incidents of cross-contamination that Lyra cut him off with a wave of her 6-fingered hand. The motion left trails of light in the air. Your human laws are quaint trinkets compared to the ancient rights of Aurelian nobility. Nexus stays with me." She placed her hand on the dragon creature, who rumbled in response. Officer Megan Rivera stepped forward, holding scanner. "Princess Vex, with respect. Our quarantine laws protect both your companion and Earth ecosystems. All biological entities must nexus." The dragon suddenly expanded its chest plates, revealing glowing organs beneath its scales. The security team raised their weapons, but Lyra simply laughed. "Your weapons would not harm Nexus. His genetic coding is far superior to anything your science could produce. He is extension of my will, not pet, as you assume." Ambassador Olivia Winters approached, trying to diffuse tension. "Princess Vex, perhaps we can arrange private quarantine area where Nexus can remain in your presence while undergoing required screenings." The princess turned her glowing eyes to the ambassador. "You presume to offer compromise to royalty. The Aurelian court would find such boldness amusing from lesser species." She gestured toward Nexus, who suddenly shrank to the size of house cat, crawling up her arm to rest on her shoulder. "See, he adapts as needed. Your concerns are unnecessary." Without waiting for response, Lyra walked forward directly past security checkpoints. The dragon on her shoulder watched, the humans with what could only be described as smirk. Ambassador Winters and Captain Cole exchanged worried glances but followed protocol by escorting the princess toward the diplomatic quarters. Behind them, technicians noticed their security systems, experiencing unexplained malfunctions. The scanners that should have analyzed both Princess and her companion showed only static images from security cameras blurred whenever focused on the alien visitors. The technology interference was subtle, but effective. In her private quarters later that evening, Princess Lyra stood at window overlooking the human city. Nexus, now grown to size of large dog, circled the room, investigating every corner. His scales shifted colors as he moved, changing to match surroundings almost like chameleon. The princess spoke in their native language a series of musical tones and clicking sounds that no human translator could fully understand. Nexus responded with similar sounds, opening his mouth to reveal specialized glands beneath his tongue. The dragon began process that would take weeks, spraying microscopic particles into air conditioning system, particles specifically designed to begin subtle changes to Earth. Environment, Lyra smiled, watching. Her companion work. Phase 1 begins, she said in human language, practicing the harsh sounds. They suspect nothing. The Federation accepts these humans as equals, but they lack the wisdom to recognize invasion when it walks through their front door. She touched control panel on her wrist, showing holographic display of Earth with spreading pattern of dots, representing planned terraforming sites. In 6 months, this world will begin transformation. In 1 year, it will be suitable for Aurelian colonization. Outside, her window city lights sparkled, unaware of the threat now living among them. Humans walked streets, shopped in stores, and lived their lives, not knowing that Princess Lyra had come not for diplomacy, but conquest. Her people had perfected method of taking worlds without firing single shot. Their bioweaponry could transform planet ecosystems while leaving infrastructure intact. Kelly, Donovan's special agent for Federation intelligence, watched Princess quarters from distance. Her specialized scanner picked up unusual energy readings but couldn't identify source. Something was wrong with this diplomatic visit. The princess had arrived 3 months ahead of schedule, had brought unauthorized biological companion, and had refused standard security protocols. The Federation had flagged her arrival as routine, but Kelly trusted her instincts. She activated her secure communication device, Agent Donovan requesting background check on Princess Lyra Vex, specifically any unusual planetary visits within last 5 years. Focus on ecological changes following diplomatic missions. Something feels off about this one, inside her quarters. Lyra laughed as Nexus crawled into her lap, now size of small cat again. His abilities to change size, another marvel of Aurelian biotechnology. She stroked his scales as he purred. These humans think themselves important since joining Federation. They have no idea how insignificant they truly are. Soon they will serve purpose as workers in new Aurelian colony. Their laws, their protests, their very lives matter nothing compared to glory of Aurelian expansion. Nexus growled in agreement, his intelligent eyes reflecting same contempt as his mistress. Together they would transform Earth into new homeland for their dying empire. The princess had studied human history. Their species constantly fought among themselves, destroying their own planet. Then Federation had found them offering technology and protection in exchange for resources and military support. Humans thought themselves lucky to be included in galactic community. They would soon learn painful truth. Not all advanced civilizations came in peace. Some came with patient, methodical plans for conquest. Plans that began with single princess and her unusual pet. The bioweapon disguised as companion animal as night fell over New Washington. Princess Lyra began unpacking special equipment from hidden compartments in her luggage devices that would monitor Nexus progress and amplify his terraforming abilities. The first changes would be subtle, almost undetectable. Temperature variations of less than 1 degree, slight alterations to air composition, microscopic changes to soil bacteria. But those changes would cascade, growing stronger with each passing day. The conquest of Earth had begun, and no one, not even the mighty Federation, suspected thing.